It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we've got a much-anticipated rematch of last year's NFC title game. It's the Cardinals and the Commanders, and it's all up next.
We are approximately 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, Commanders Field in Landover, Maryland. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 16 carries, 68 yards.
So, partner, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing, so he's now trending. Is that what they talk about nowadays? You talk about trending? That's what he's doing. He'd like to continue it here in this game.
They hand this off to Harris. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Second down and a little more than a yard here. From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now a handoff up the middle.
St. Clair. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. St. Clair. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
You look at this Arizona defense.
Now, they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between being aggressive and the ones that get you in trouble. The illegal contact, pass interference calls, they've got to make sure that they don't have those.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Here's Daniels.
Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Another run here with Benson.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Throwing now is Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On first down, it's Benson.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Kyler going to give this to Benson.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along. Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Now Daniels. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
One of the best in the NFL, in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't matter to the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Daniels. A short throw caught by Andrews. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Back to throw. Daniels.
Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
The drive will begin with a run by Benson.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw.
Open man here is Benson.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. Daniels.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Commanders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the 2nd quarter.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop.
They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. To throw, it's Murray. Flush to his right. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Murray off play action.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Murray. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Drake Jackson
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
The Commanders offense and Terry McLaurin headed back onto the field. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. Off the play fake, Daniels
throwing deep for Stewart.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
This is Harris. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Running out of the gun here with Benson.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Drake Jackson
Able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Washington going to send out their punter.
As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board.
That went out wide and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards there for number 15.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Daniels looking to throw.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts,
as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
To the air goes Daniels.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the visiting Cowboys who got the win on the road. Dak Prescott, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Quentin Johnston, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. Kyron Williams, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Benson. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Murray now.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So here is Washington now to take over.
They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Daniels.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
Play action, now it's Daniels.
This is caught. Touchdown!
Jonathan Mingo.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Gets past one man. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
In motion, the tight end.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They'll go again with Benson.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Murray now to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Play fake. Murray. He's got his man. It's Andrews. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
On the handoff, Benson running right.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Trey Benson, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are back within a score.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that slices the lead down to 17-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Breaks through the contact.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Daniels.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
That's caught by Mingo, right side.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
He completes this one to Mingo.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
Here's Daniels.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Cardinals' 25-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Harris. A nice little juke. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Mark Andrews from 10 yards out.
And the Commanders are able to stretch out their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They run over center with Benson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
To throw is Murray.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at Commanders Field.
It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
That is caught.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now Daniels.
Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on for the 5th time here today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll start on the ground with Benson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
43 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's Murray.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Drake Jackson.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Second and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing now is Murray.
He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. Here's 2nd and 3.
To throw, it's Murray. That ball caught by Harrison. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
A gain of 15. First down, Arizona.
Throwing again, Murray.
Open man here is Benson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Play action. Now it's Murray.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And the Washington offense heading out. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock, with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Washington,
it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.